Can I beat Pokemon Emerald using only one Zigzagoon? Well, I don't know. Its base stat total sucks, it's one of the lowest. Your starters have a higher base stat total than Zigzagoon. Its move pool sucks as well. No one even evolves it to make it the perfect HM slave. And it's clearly overshadowed by its cousin. So I wanted to show it some love. So before I start, these are the rules. Obviously it has to be a shiny. I can catch Pokemon to teach it HMs that my Zigzagoon can't learn but are necessary to move forward in the game. And I can use held items and items in battles. And yeah, that's it. I gave myself a cool name, picked Torchic, beat my rival and take his balls because I didn't have any, and neither did he. And I began shiny hunting. And you might be asking, why does it have to be shiny? Well, just to make things a bit more interesting. Jesus Christ, where the fuck are you?
Flashback.
After running away for over 2 hours, I thought to myself, maybe if I started genocide, it would show up. Like, you know, to stop the slaughter. But nope. I probably wiped out an entire ecosystem. No need for repels when crossing Route 102. And Peta is on my ass. But after reaching level 43, I accidentally pressed escape, which exits the game, and I had to load my previous save file, which was this. That obviously pissed me off, but I didn't get any shiny, so it didn't really matter. But then after running for a few more hours, I finally got it! Jesus, that took me forever. Tears of joy ran down my face as I stared into its mystical eyes, and also tears of sadness because I now had to release Torchic. It wouldn't leave, so I had to cage it. I then did a bit of grinding because the first 2 gyms suck. And after that I entered the gym thinking that I could beat— Jesus, I almost died to this kid's Geodude. Clearly I wasn't strong enough, but I went back in there because I had a plan. A genius plan. Tail Whip. Yes, Tail Whip. A move that no one even cares what it does. A move that even wild Zigzagoons would delete once they get the chance. But here, this was the move that won me the battle. It basically reduces your opponent's defense, and I just kept using it till my attacks actually started to hurt. But this son of a bitch would just keep using Harden. Zigzagoon just kept shaking its ass and Nosepass just kept getting harder and harder. But in the end, I ended up winning. After that, I went to fix its broken neck and skull, helped an old man get his seagull back, beat my rival, went to Dewford Town and got a very nice item that I'll be using quite often. I then entered the cave but didn't take Flash because it wasn't necessary. I then navigated through the caves with ease because I played this game so many times. Picked up an Everstone, which was not going to be used because my boy could pick up rare candies. And I then met Steven, who gave me a Steel Wing, which is also not going to be used. Why the fuck did I even go down there? I then did a bit of grinding and beat everyone up for their money and experience and faced Brawly without going back to the Pokemon Center, because I believed in him. Yes, the only reason I won is because it flinched, but I'll take that as a win nonetheless. I then went to the beach, beat up some kids, took their money and bought some drinks. I then beat up some thugs at the museum to make myself feel less guilty. And then after that, I faced the toughest opponent so far. The alloy of fucking rocks and metal. This thing was indestructible. I was twice its level, but my attacks did nothing. And the worst part is, it kept using Harden and Mud Slap. So I just kept spamming potions and yeah, that's how I won. So after that battle, I started grinding again because I got insecure. After that intense training, I easily beat my rival because I was clearly over-leveled. I then beat the 3rd gym the same way. After that, I was able to use Rock Smash outside of battle. So I used this to help a man get laid, who then in return gave me strength. I then faced the leader of Team Magma, where I lost for the first time because I missed at the last turn. But I managed to beat him the 2nd time. I then bought a lot of cookies because full heals are more expensive. I feel like the Pokemarts are just scamming us, which is, I think, a bit too realistic for a game like this. After that, I one-shot everyone of Flannery's team with my belly drum boosted headbutt. Yeah, I did use 2 soda pops, but it wasn't going to matter. My Zigzagoon was a monster. I actually felt bad for her. But after that, I faced an even scarier and bigger monster. This ugly motherf... I didn't think I would be able to OHKO slacking even with a belly drum boosted headbutt. And yeah, I was right. But then, it flinched. And I slowly cut it down and won the battle. I then had to delete Belly Drum to teach it Surf because Headbutt is the only good move I have. I then meet Steven, don't know what the hell he was talking about, almost died to a Breloom, beat Team Aqua and got myself a cast form. And wow, what do you know, its stats are not that different from Zigzagoon. And it's level 25. Into the box you go. I was able to beat my rival, but I started to notice that the opponents were getting stronger and stronger. Its low base stat total and horrible move pool were becoming more apparent. And I actually went into this thinking that it could learn extreme speed, but nope. After that I went to fish thinking that I could get Feebas first try, but nope. I then went to Fortress City and bought a lot of repels, met Steven, battled some teenagers, and... Wow, I was actually glad that I taught Zigzagoon Surf because I totally forgot about ghost types. But my rain boosted Surf only managed to take it down the second turn, because my special attacks were laughably bad. This was more like a water gun. I then went back to challenge the flying gym. The trainers were as easy as the puzzle. Pelipper missed, so yeah, good for me. And then came Skarmory. But once again, Surf did the job, proving once again that it's the best HM in every Pokemon game. And I got my ass kicked by Altaria. Wow, I forgot this even existed. I was able to beat her on my second try, and now I was able to use Fly. Or not. I then went to Lilikov City where I battled my rival for the last time, and as always I won very easily. Wow, you really suck. I then went to Mount Pear and then Team Magma's hideout because I had to. This gave me flashbacks of when I was a kid trying to find where it was for days. But back to the present, I had to catch Torkoal cause strength, and I barely won against Maxi because crit. I then ran all the way back here, and then all the way back to Slateport City because I forgot about this, and then run all the way back here again. Ugh. I then began to kick the shit out of everyone and then head to Moss City where I had to battle Tate and Liza. But I had to take another Pokemon, otherwise they would refuse to battle me, that being Torchic, because it wasn't going to do anything. I was confident that I could win because my Zigzagoon was on a different level, and it had Surf, boosted by Mystic Water, which was a counter to 3 of their Pokemon. I knew it does less damage in double battles, but this is unbelievable. And I lost, obviously. Then I lost again. And again. And hello, it's me from the future. I lost track of how many times I've lost, and as you can see I've now been bankrupt. And I also began to lose hope in beating this challenge. But then I remembered this, and I knew this was my ticket to victory. And you might be saying, hey, that's cheating, it's a broken move. But it's a 2v1, I just even the odds. Their double team versus my double team. And if there's anything that I've learned, it's never to gamble. After that I teamed up with Steven to beat Team Magma, got myself a Tentacle because dive, and I made sure both of them fainted to avoid double battles. I then reached Team Aqua's hideout and battled Archie where I barely won. I then reached Sotopolis City where Groudon and Kyogre were duking it out, so I had to go and tell their dad about it. To which he came and told them both to go back to their own rooms, and it's amazing how I got back here before Rayquaza did. I then entered the last gym, went down and beat up all the women because I was very low on cash. I then beat their boss as well. After that I taught my Tentacruel Waterfall and reached Victory Road. Here I battled Wally again, but I lost because I underestimated him, or should I say I overestimated my Zigzagoon. But I managed to beat him the second time. The caves were tedious, but I managed to get out, skipping some trainers along the way. I then healed myself and went back to clean up the work, only to lose against a toxic stall Dusclops. But this reminded me that one of the Elite Four uses 2 Dusclops, so I had to get Shadow Ball. So yeah, I went back in, got out, got Shadow Ball, Blizzard, and returned. And I slowly killed myself, which teleported me to the last Poké Center I went, which was this. A genius move, I have never seen anyone did that before. After that I gave all the candies and PP, and I went in to challenge the Elite Four. Not gonna lie, my Zigzagoon just swept through the entire Elite Four like it was nothing. My belly drum boosted return was just too much for them. Not even Drake could stand a chance. I then battled the champion. I didn't start off with belly drum because I knew I would just die from a water sprout. But after I got the boost, I just swept through all his team like it was nothing again. So yeah, that was easy. Quite boring actually because we basically won using the power of friendship. Just like every other orange shonen protagonist. The credits roll and I just skipped because there was one more trainer I had to beat. I lost a few times because rocks and steel. So I just used the old trick that I used to beat Tate and Liza. And yeah, that's it. I had a lot of fun making it and I hope you had fun watching it.